Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. And today you join me outside of my usual studio and I've ventured a bit further afield. I'm on a walk through the rather damp British countryside and I've come out here for a walk as I wade through the water to kind of allow my mind to reach a little further ahead and think about many of the things which perhaps could improve our opportunity to reach our true potential. Because, all of us gentlemen, we seem to be on a lifelong journey in the attempt to achieve our full potential, to achieve excellence, really. That's what we're talking about, isn't it? And, whether that's in your relationships, your work, your hobbies, that relentless headlong drive towards self-improvement is something which is with us throughout our lives. So today I'm going to share with you 10 tips which I have found, which have helped me on my journey to being the best version of myself and releasing some of my true potential in my life. Now, one of the most fundamental steps on your journey to getting the best out of yourself is going to be your development of self-awareness as a chap. Because when you understand your inner thoughts about things like your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, your motivations, this really helps you plan out your life and be prepared for the things that are going to unfold in front of you. Now, to do that, you need to learn how to practice introspection, right? Looking inward at your own thoughts and your feelings to allow you to get to understand yourself a bit better. Now, you can do this in many ways. I often talk about journaling because it allows me to put my thoughts down on a piece of paper, and sometimes it takes doing that to understand what my thoughts and emotions are all about. But there are things like online personality assessments which can be valuable to help you understand the sort of person that you are. But really and truly, when you learn that simple art of self-awareness, you will then be in a better position to make more important decisions on that life journey ahead. Now, once we've exercised a bit of introspection, our next step to releasing that potential is to set ourselves clear and achievable goals. Because when we do that, it will give us clarity. It will allow us to use our goals as a guiding star through which we can navigate the rest of our lives. And a clear goal is actually something which can motivate you and it can drive you forward because you've got a light at the end of a tunnel to achieve. Now, when it comes to setting goals, as well as being clear and achievable, don't be afraid to set small goals, sort of waypoints on your larger goal journey. Don't try and climb Everest all in one go. Remember, first of all, we get to base camp, then we go to camp 1, camp 2 and camp 3. So don't aim to go all out and achieve all of your goals in one fell swoop. Remember, a little bit at a time gets those goals achieved. And as we're on that journey, remember to review those goals as you go along, because sometimes things change and we need to re-evaluate and perhaps add a different goal or forget about one goal entirely, because life never lets us do what we want to do all in a straightforward linear fashion. Sometimes we've got to wiggle a bit to get to that end destination. So don't be afraid to review and change your goals as you progress through life. Now, step number 3 is also quite easy, and you're doing it already because you're watching a sort of self-development video, and that is commit to lifelong learning, because continuous improvement is something which is going to stand you in better stead for all of the obstacles and challenges that you face in life. And it's not a difficult thing to do. All you have to do is commit to learning new skills and embracing new experiences as they present themselves to you as you go through life. Now, it can be something as simple as watching videos like this, which give you ideas towards the future. For me, the way I look after my continuous learning is to read as much as I can, as often as I can. Even if you just pick up a book once a day and read one page, you've gained knowledge that you didn't have at the beginning of the day. So it's a worthwhile endeavour just to commit to that. And any of us can actually do that. Now, by doing that, you are stretching your mind. Sometimes you want to step outside your comfort zone and do something which is totally alien to you, because you're going to pick up new skills, new knowledge, and that continuous learning is going to stand you in so much better stead as you progress through life and face the challenges which life will inevitably throw in your direction. Now, another really important part of being the best version of ourselves is looking after ourselves. So maintaining a physical and mental well-being as we go through life is going to be probably the most important investment that you make within yourself. And it'll pay you back time and time again. Getting things like lots of sleep, a balanced diet, and all those other things, regular physical exercise, and looking after your mind, treating your mind as a very valuable asset within your whole life journey is going to be something which is so important to you. Because your well-being is the foundation upon which every other aspect of your success in life will actually be based. Let's be honest, if you do not have your health, any amount of wealth and material things are absolutely meaningless. So make sure when you're on your journey to be the best version of yourself, as I wade through a big puddle, always make the biggest part of that investment within yourself and your well-being, particularly things like your physical health, your mental health, because when you have those things, your vitality in life will be enhanced. Your mood will be improved. You will feel more positive and more capable of taking on those challenges of life. So look after yourself first. Now, our next step towards releasing our true potential is to cultivate our emotional intelligence. Now, our emotional intelligence is really the skill of controlling our feelings, understanding our emotions, but at the same time also being attuned and being empathetic to the emotions and feelings of others. Now, it sounds quite a straightforward process, but you know those people who walk into a room and they don't quite get the vibe, and perhaps they'll say something which is inappropriate, they'll try and be funny at the wrong time, and it just falls flat. And it's very difficult for those people, to build those relationships, those friendships. Now, if you can cultivate your emotional intelligence, you build that sense of empathy with others. And to do that, the simple thing is to learn more about people, talk to them, build relationships, acquire as many friends as you can. And that's how you will build your emotional intelligence. Once you've developed the skills of, emotional intelligence and empathy, it will certainly enhance your ability to communicate with other people. You can throw in that joke into conversation when it's going to be well received. And at other times, when, just a little bit of silence is what is needed by the people around you. It'll help not just in communicating with others, be it professionally or privately, but also it'll build better relationships with the people that you know. Not everybody is that empathetic. So work on your empathy skills to be a better version of yourself. Now, my next tip for you is really just about the admin of life, because it is about prioritizing your time management. Because one thing's for sure, all right, time is without doubt the most valuable and important commodity that you will ever have in your journey through life. Believe me, the richest man in the world will never get as much time as he wants for his life journey. So make the most of your time, prioritize it, use techniques and processes which will help you steal as much time back as you can on this journey through life. Now, it can be a simple thing. Now, for me, I advocate this all the time, but I simply use a daily journal. a diary, whatever you want to call it. I write in my journal every day. I set out my goals, my aspirations for the day, and it allows me just to approach life with enough structure. It's not a sort of convoluted or onerous process, but it allows me, getting a bit deep now, to structure my life in a way that it optimizes my time. And it means I never miss deadlines. I don't miss a meeting because I've forgotten about it. Because when you write it down, when you commit it to a journal, it's physical. It's easier to remember. It sticks in the mind. And you've got that physical record driving you forwards. It's much easier to achieve your goals if you optimize your time. And it's not a difficult process. So give it a try. Get a journal. Get a pen. And you're on your way. Well, as I walk alongside the river now, totally different environment from the country lanes. But my next tip for you is to build a supportive network around you. Because, I know, as they say, you can never have enough friends. But that network of friends and associates are very, very valuable to you as a person seeking self-development. Now, they can be friends, they can be colleagues, they can be mentors. There's any number of titles you can give to people who are on the journey with you as you go through life. The reason why they're useful? Well, they provide guidance, they provide advice, they can hold you accountable. There's nothing like the motivation that you get when you're striving towards a goal. If you want to please somebody or make your family proud of you, it is an immeasurable boost if you have that sort of silent support pushing you forwards. And, well, I mean, I'm 54, nearly, and I'll never have enough friends. Even if I made a new friend every week of my remaining life, I could still really do with more. So reach out. Get those friends, mentors, colleagues working for you. It's all part of your life journey. Now, chaps, for my next tip, it really is difficult for some people because everybody wants to be successful. They want to be a winner. But sometimes, just to get to your true potential, you need to embrace failure and work towards resilience. Because none of us likes losing. But actually, if we look at our life journey, we're going to lose more than we're going to win. And it's just one of those things. It's part of life itself. People go through life fearing failure and worshipping success. But actually, we shouldn't see failure as something terrible. We should see it as a learning opportunity. Because when you truly get to understand that failure is not a setback, it's an opportunity to improve for the next time that you try to do that thing. Whether it's a promotion in work, whether it's a failed relationship. We don't rule out the rest of our lives because we've had an unsuccessful endeavor on this particular occasion. All right? When we embrace failure, it's really going to be valuable for us because then we build our resilience. And resilience is not about success. It is about learning to bounce back from failure. And as I say, when you encounter more failure in a lifetime than you will ever encounter success, your resilience, your ability to bounce back will put you in far better stead as you face those challenges in the future. So the next time you fail something, don't beat yourself up about it. Just think about it for a moment. Think of it as an opportunity to get better for the next time we try that thing that we've just been unsuccessful at. Because next time, we're going to knock it out of the park. Now, my next tip for you is be kind to yourself. Please practice a little bit of self-compassion. Remember that perfection in this life is not only unreasonable, but it's unachievable. I don't care how good you think you are, what a fortunate path you've had through life up to this point, but nothing is going to be perfect. And you've just got to forgive yourself sometimes when, you've made a mistake. Don't beat yourself up about it. The important thing is continually moving forward. So, of course, it's not always a nice experience when we don't get what we wanted, when we were mapping out our year ahead and we envisaged all that success. When it doesn't happen, well, perfection really does. But if you forgive yourself and move forward, you've learned from the experience. Can you believe it? We have reached my tip number 10 already. Now, these tips will help you on your journey to getting the best out of yourself, to achieve your potential. But this tip is going to be valuable in any aspect of your life. And that is to live in alignment to your values. When you start off on that journey, let's equate it to being on a ship. Set yourself by the compass in the direction which you seek to go in life. Now, it's a moral compass for us, and that compass is going to be sort of informed by the sort of person that we are, or that we want to be. Decency, honesty, integrity, all of those things which are really valuable attributes for a gentleman. Now, if you can set that moral compass in your life and live by it, all of the actions and decisions which you take as you go forward are always going to be the right decisions, because you've made them with the principles of your moral compass behind you. And your life will be more fulfilling and more enjoyable as a consequence. So set that moral compass, steer by it, and you will get to that destination of Chap Nirvana in the end. Okay, folks, we've got to the end. In conclusion, though, I'd just like to say, all right, remember, achieving your full potential is not easy. You need to settle in for this one, because it's going to be a lifelong endeavor. And remember another thing, it's not about the destination. It is about the journey itself. It's about the way that you live your life, not where we're going ultimately. And if you can do that, you will certainly be more successful, and you will draw from your experiences of life your true potential as you go along. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like this, click the subscribe button. If you would like to support the channel, you can do that simply by leaving me a comment, by dropping me an email with a question you'd like me to help you with. You can also buy me a coffee, just a little one-off thing, or you can become a patron, in which you can benefit from the additional video content which I produce for my patrons each week. And I've also got more of a personal relationship with my patrons over there on that channel, where you will find the link to it in the show notes below. So until the next time, take care, strive hard to achieve your full potential, and I will see you again very soon.